I'm cookery editor of Woman's Weekly magazine, and I'm going to show you how to make a low-fat date and apple cake. The first thing to do for the cake is to mix the dry ingredients together. So in the bowl I've got 300 grams of self-raising flour, and I'm going to add to this 250 grams of dates which are pitted and chopped, then 100 grams of light soft brown sugar, a tablespoon of ground cinnamon and a pinch of salt. Then I'm going to mix this up so that the dates are all coated in the flour. A tablespoon of cinnamon may seem like a lot of cinnamon, but it's quite a large cake, so it doesn't taste too strong once it's baked. So once the dry ingredients are mixed, I'm going to mix the wet ingredients. So I've got 2 eggs in a jug, and I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of water and just mix it lightly together. And then I'm going to tip into this a jar of apple sauce. This is a 285 gram jar. It doesn't matter too much on the exact quantity, different brands are different weights, but as long as it doesn't differ by more than 20-25 grams, it will be okay. So I'm going to mix that in. And then pour that into the dry ingredients. Now, because it's a low-fat cake, there's no butter, so there's no creaming, so it's quite a quick cake to make. So I just mix this to give a soft dropping consistency. The dates and the apples help to give moistness to the cake, which make up for the fact there's no fat added to it. So that's my mixture, and that's all ready to put into the tin. Now, when I call it a tin, it's actually more a mould. This is a silicone one that I'm using, which means that I can just put the mixture straight into it and I don't need to grease or line it. If you don't have a silicone one, you can use a tin, but you will need to butter it and line it with a sheet of baking parchment. So I'm going to put all the mixture into it and then level the surface. Now this needs to go into the oven. I'm putting it on a metal tray just to help keep its shape, because it can tend to move a little bit as you lift it up. So I find it safer to put it on a tray. And I put it into the oven at 170 degrees, and it will take about an hour. So when this is cooked, it should feel firm to the touch. If you want to, you can stick a skewer into it and the skewer should come out clean. But I don't think I need to on this one, I can feel it's quite firm. So I'm going to take it out of the oven. And then I'm going to leave it to cool in the mould for about 10 minutes. So once it's been cooling for about 10 minutes, it will still be hot, but it should be cool enough that you can ease it out of the tin. So if you just pull away the sides and then invert it onto the cooling rack and then turn it back the right way and then leave it to cool. So this is the finished date and apple cake.